I wanted all things to seem to make some sense, so we could all be happy, yes, instead of tense. And I made up lies, so they all fit nice, and I made this sad world a paradise.
Good afternoon, class. Today we will be discussing creative writing. We have on our graph the GI index. We have good fortune up here and ill fortune down here. Then we have our BE index, which is the beginning and entropy. We have the man in whole. This is our first graph. It does not have to be about a man or about a whole. It just has to have a character start off with good fortune, then a problem comes up, and then they fix the problem. It is not accidental that the line ends up higher than where it began. This is encouraging to readers. Now we have boy meets girl. It does not necessarily have to be about a boy meeting a girl. Somebody, an ordinary person, on a day like any other day, comes across something perfectly wonderful. Oh boy, this is my lucky day. Shit. And then it goes back up again. Next, we have Cinderella. Her mother has just died, which automatically starts her off pretty low. She's a girl about 15 or 16. Then her father marries a wretched woman with her 2 evil daughters. So her fairy godmother shows up, gives her some pantyhose, mascara, and a means of transportation to get to the party, which increases the mood considerably. Then she arrives at the party and is the belle of the ball, and the prince falls in love with her, which, of course, would cause a severe spike in the graph. So at midnight, 12 strikes is not very long for her entire hopes and dreams to go poof, plummeting. This is considerably better than when her mother died and her father married a crazy woman. So she moves along at her considerably improved level, and no matter what, the shoe fits and she becomes off-scale happy. Now we have the Franz Kafka story. A young man is rather unattractive and not very personable. He has bad relatives and has a lot of jobs with no chance of promotion. He doesn't get paid enough to take his girl dancing or to go to a beer hall with a friend. One morning, he wakes up. It's time to go to work again. And he turns into a cockroach. It's a pessimistic story. The question is, does this system I've devised help us in the evaluation of literature? Perhaps the real masterpiece cannot be crucified on a cross of this design. My name is Professor Schmidt, and I will see you next week.
Where do I get my ideas from? You might as well have asked that of Beethoven. He was goofing around in Germany like everybody else, and all of a sudden, this stuff came gushing out of him. It was music. I was goofing around like everybody else in India, and all of a sudden, stuff came gushing out. It was disgust with civilization.
You have germs on your hands. You need to wash your hands. Germs cause infection. You need to wash your hands. You have germs on your hands. You need to wash your hands.
Get it out!
Okay, one more.
I'm pushing! And
It's a girl. She died only a week ago due to childbed fever. This could have been prevented if the doctors had washed their hands. Her poor children will never have a mother.
Dr. Ignace Semmelweis observed hospital routines and began to suspect that the doctors were bringing the infection to the patients. He noticed that the doctors often went directly from dissecting corpses in the morgue to examining mothers in the maternity ward.
I hope they learn their lesson.
One day in the dissecting room, he took the blade of a scalpel with which he had been cutting up a corpse, and he stuck it on purpose into the palm of his hand. He died, as he knew he would, of blood poisoning soon afterward. Dear future generations, please accept our apologies. We were roaring drunk on petroleum. Love, 2006 AD.
I'm back from the war.
Oh, Kurt, you're a man now.
No!
Oh, Kurt, you're a man now.
Thanks, Uncle.
We are here on Earth to fart around. Don't let anybody tell you any different. I had a good uncle, my late Uncle Alex, and his principal complaint about other human beings was that they seldom noticed it when they were happy. So when we were drinking lemonade under an apple tree in the summer, say, and lazily talking about this and that, almost buzzing like honeybees, Uncle Alex would suddenly interrupt the agreeable blatherd to exclaim, "If this isn't nice, I don't know what is." And I urge you to please notice when you are happy and exclaim, or murmur, or think at some point, "If this isn't nice, I don't know what is."
For someone else. People say, they say that it's just a phase. They tell me to act my age. Well, I am on this perfect day. Nothing's standing in my way. On this perfect day, when nothing can go wrong. It's the perfect day. Tomorrow's gonna come too soon. I could stay forever as I am on this perfect day. Sun's down a little after 10. I pick up all my friends in my Mercedes Benz.
If this isn't nice, I don't know what is.
We are what we only pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be.
Where are we? What the hell is going on? The dust has only just begun to fall. Crop circles in the carpet, sinking feeling.
I hope they learn their lesson. That failed.
Then, at 12 o'clock, the clock strikes midnight. Okay. So then, the clock strikes 12, which 12 strikes does not take very long for her to fall really far. Stop laughing! So at midnight, the clock strikes 12, which 12 strikes, dang it, I did it again. Okay, I'll go again. Ready? Hold on. So then, no matter what happens, okay, I messed that up again. This is the one, you know? Poof! She's down at the very, very bottom, but not quite the very, very bottom. Poof! Plummeted. Poof! Plummeted. Poof! Plummeted.
She died just sitting. Okay. Press down and then push. Don't. Okay. Yeah, you have to like pull it forward and then press down. So like, make sure it's all the way in. We'll try it again.